In this video, we're going to actually form a noun. So we're going to cover noun declension. Noun declension. Before we do that, I forgot to mention that there is actually a ninth part of speech. It slipped my mind. And that ninth part of speech is article. And there are two types of articles. There is the definite article and the indefinite article. And English has these. The definite article is the, and the indefinite article is a or an. If the noun that follows starts with a vowel, then we have an. Greek also has the definite and the indefinite article. The indefinite article is actually just the number one. We put the number one in front of a noun. So we're not going to cover that right now. We have to cover the definite article here. So in English, the definite article, we can have an example, the person. Within a given context, the definite article the refers to a specific person within that context. And the indefinite article is a person, a. It is not a specific person. It is an inspecific person, if that's a word, an unspecific person within a given context. And for a noun that starts with a vowel, we have the apple, a specific apple within the context, and then we have an apple. So right now we're going to cover the definite article, the In Greek, the article is also declined. So I'll just say definite article. The definite article declines. And it declines according to gender, number, and case. Just like a noun. Just like a noun. So nouns and definite articles decline in the same way, so we're going to put them together in this declension video. So you're going to get to see both declined definite articles and a declined noun. So, as I said in the previous video, nouns have gender, number, and case, but the gender of a noun is always going to be the same. The gender of a noun is not going to change ever for a given noun. It's always going to be the same. So that means we have two, I guess we can call them dimensions of change for a noun. We have number, which will go across like this. We'll have number, and we said that the two numbers were singular and plural. And we have cases. We have four cases. We have the nominative. We have the genitive. We have the accusative, and we have the vocative. Let's make a little chart here. So in total, we're going to have 8 different forms for a given noun based on the noun's function in a sentence. And we said that we're going to just cover declension in this video, and then we're going to go into detail for each case and each role that a noun can play in a sentence. So for now, we're just going to cover the masculine. We're going to cover a masculine noun, and we're going to cover a declension pattern that is very common. That way we can use this over and over and over once we actually understand how it works. So, definite articles. We're going to start with definite article here. Definite article declines according to gender, number, and case. And we're covering the masculine. So now we have, I'm just going to put masculine here. Masculine. So all of this is going to be masculine. So now we have a chart. We have the masculine nominative singular here. And the definite article for masculine nominative singular is always going to be o. So this means the, if your noun is going to be in the masculine nominative singular. And we're going to just cover the basic noun person. And person in Greek is anthropos. So here, for each one of these boxes, we're going to put the definite article in front. So here, we're going to say the person. So we're going to say o anthropos. Anthropos. Let me just move this up. So a noun has a stem that doesn't change, and it has an ending. And the nominative singular of every noun is the dictionary form of the noun. So if you look up in the dictionary person, you're going to find o anthropos. This is your ending, and this is your stem. The stem does not change. Oops, sorry, accent. The stem does not change. The ending is what declines. The ending is what is affected by the nominative singular, by the number and case. So os is the nominative singular ending for masculine nouns, for this type of masculine noun. There are other types of masculine nouns. We'll get to them later. But this is a very common type where the nominative singular for the masculine is os. Now, using the same stem, we're going to move throughout all of these boxes. So the stem does not change. Anthrop. The masculine genitive singular definite article is always tu. Tu. Let me make that neater. Tu. And the ending is u. Tu anthropu. Here, it's you can see that the u and the u are the same, so it's easy to remember here. The masculine accusative singular definite article is don. Don. And we said that the stem never changes. Don anthropo. So the accusative singular for masculine nouns that follow this declension pattern is o. The ending is o. Endings. Genitive singular, accusative singular. In ancient Greek, this ending was actually on, so it matched this. So it would be ton anthropon. But in modern Greek, we drop that ni. The vocative does not have an article. It never has an article. And for masculine nouns that end in o, in os, in omicron sigma, the ending is going to be e, anthrope. This, I believe, off the top of my head, is the only time where the vocative ending is not the same as the nominative ending. I might be wrong. Just off the top of my head, I think this is the case. So for future declensions, you will see that the vocative and the nominative are the same, both in the plural and in the singular. Now moving on to the plurals. The masculine nominative plural definite article is e. And we said that the stem is the same. So anthrop, and the ending is e. Anthropy. So this ending and this, so these two syllables, and these two rather vowels, and these two vowels are the same. In ancient Greek, the ending and these two vowels were the same. Here we can see that this and this are the same. It's a pattern that helps you to remember what the ending is. So if you can remember, which you must remember if you want to be successful at this, you must remember the definite articles fluently. You have to know what they are. If you can remember what they are, then for this declension pattern, it should not be very difficult to determine what the ending is going to be. For the masculine genitive plural, the definite article is ton. And the stem is the same. what do you think the ending is going to be? On. Ton anthropon. So this and this are the same, so it helps you to remember. The masculine accusative plural definite article is always tous. And the ending is also tous. Us. Us. Tous anthropos. And based on what I said over here, the plural should be the same as the nominative plural. The vocative singular in nouns that end in omicron sigma, the ending changed to epsilon, but besides that, I think off the top of my head that all other ones are the same as the nominative. So anthropy. So this is the basic way to decline nouns. You have a definite article for your gender. The definite article does not change in the same gender. It's always going to be the same. So now if you remember o, tu, ton, I, ton, tus, and that the vocative does not have a definite article, you now know the definite articles for all masculine nouns forever. They're never going to change. When we cover feminine nouns, you will learn what they are as well, and then they will never change across feminine nouns. And once you learn the ones for neuter nouns, they will never change across neuter nouns. The declension pattern, meaning the ending and perhaps the accent location on a given word, does change. There are a very fixed number of these. We'll cover them. The accent is the hard part. Sometimes it's difficult to distinguish where the accent goes, but the endings should not be difficult. For verbs, there's a very specific way to figure out where the accent goes, and you'll get it right 100% of the time. For nouns, it's not as easy, but hopefully I can help you to figure out where it might go. I'm not going to get into the details of noun accentuations just yet. In the next videos, I'm going to discuss the roles that these words play in sentences in Greek. So for now, we have a basic understanding of how a single declension pattern in the masculine works. After we go through all the roles, we will go through other declension patterns and we will have examples. So stay tuned.